My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. I cannot change my base weapons, so we will have to go back in. Gun to Fury. Alright. Never seen that one before. Although, with only one item there to purchase, I have to imagine that means that we are now out of new unlockable items. So it's about time I find some of them to fill out the Ammonomicon. Apparently, after you unlock an item, that item has a higher chance to appear in your next run, which would explain why the Predator appeared in my last run, immediately after I unlocked it. So, hopefully we get Gun to Fury here. Go for these kicks. Hell yeah. Rock those pumped up kicks. And I guess, like, I'm still just looking for the boss. With this character in particular. Ooh, free key. Let's get free key. Ah, you. Bird on the bottom of the map there. Unfortunately, if I wanted to get that free key, I kind of had to take that hit. Because I had the two enemies coming in from up here that were automatically firing, and then the one coming from the bottom as well. That's really unfortunate. Unfortunately, because I was aiming up, I had very little time, like very little distance between me and the bottom of the map, so I couldn't really see what was going on down there. Sweet. Quick clear. Yeah, I'll destroy that. Yep, shouldn't have gone into that room. Entirely my mistake. I knew that it was going to be an item room because I could see the exit on the other end of it. So I knew that it was going to be an item room, and I still went in anyway, risking the fact that it had a fuse on it, and it did. That's entirely my fault. That said, I was still probably going to destroy a blue chest. Like, I'd rather go to the oubliette than open a blue chest. And a lot of the time, I'd rather hoard a key than go to a blue chest. If that turns out to be my weapon chest, then I'm probably going to feel a little bit sour about that. Okay, so far so good. Not incredibly appreciative of the fact that they managed to split themselves up after I was controlling them to be in the same area for such a long period of time. Yeah. I wasn't even going to blank that one. I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine on this. Never mind. All right, I lose my master round, but I still get to force the weapon at the very least. On Trigger Twins. So this is the first time I've taken Trigger Twins damage in this series. I'm pleased about that, frankly. What are we, less than 10 episodes in, and I've fought the Trigger Twins 3 times? I've fought the Bullet King 3 times, 4 times at least. I fought the Bullet King fewer times than I would have expected. That's probably my best first floor boss as well, so sad. Oh well. So here we have forced a weapon, and it is one of the new weapons. It's ukulele, right? No, really special loot. Purple prose. Look at this. Energizes companionable listeners. Barely a gun at all, but a very, very special loot. Also, we're told, seems to get out of tune when blue fire is around. Alright, I guess. Energizes companionable listeners. So I have to imagine that either means that it charms, or if I have companions, that they will deal extra damage while I'm playing. So it's kind of like a bardic tool. Oh, it does charm. Just called it charming an enemy. Yeah, I should go back to my base weapon right now. Excuse me, had to mute the microphone for a cough there. Cursed bullets and wax wings, so I'd get 5 points of curse. No, 6 points of curse, because I'd buy 2 cursed items, so 2.5 points of curse each, and then 1 curse from the cursed bullets, so that gives me a 60% damage up. I'm almost certainly going to be taking both of those, so let's bounce and see if there's anything else that I desperately want to take. Well, I could have taken both of those before I went into the boss fight, because I wouldn't have had to open a chest to do so and still force the weapon. So I really should have full completed the floor before I went into that boss fight. Hindsight, however, it's 2020. Bomb bullets. So I occasionally get to fire out a bee. There's a bee? Alright, let's go. Like the shop, find a secret room, doing so, neat. So now I have flight and 6 points of curse. Oh, sweet. Really glad to have flight here. C4? No, I actually want the ammo more than C4. Because I'm going to want the ammo on a better weapon. Unfortunately, I am exactly 1 away from being able to buy my way down to the extra key. Oh, well, let's go to the oubliette. We have flight. A lot of the difficulty of the oubliette is the pits. But this is going to help negate that. And also we have the 60%. Put my hand on the controller. Well, not controller. Again, keyboard. I don't know why I keep saying controller with respect to this game. I use a keyboard. You can literally see that I use a keyboard with the way that I can swing my shots around. Like, a controller is always, like, so much smoother. And also, in this game, controllers have auto-aim. Or aim assist. Which just makes sense, right? You can't be as accurate with the controller as you can be with a mouse and keyboard. It's just not a native control scheme for an aiming thing. Sweet. My basic weapon will do a ridiculous amount of damage this floor. Alright. Medkit? Medkit's like a... pretty much an instant win. It'll heal 5 full hearts to me on usage. So as long as I end up picking up some reasonable amount of... Oh, away from me. As long as I end up picking some reasonable amount of master rounds up, it can end up being almost a full heal. And those are damned potent. The orange is ridiculous for a similar reason, although it also gives you 2 coolness when you use it as well as a max HP up. Alright. No need to really worry about any of these enemies, just keep my distance. Get comfy. Yes. Limited plus blanked. Limited plus blanked. Well, I know what blanked is. It is dice shrine. I know blanked is I just got a bunch of blanks there, obviously. But what has the dice shrine given us? Limited effect is... it's your max ammo, isn't it? Right? So if I swap to this weapon and... yeah. Okay, so 90 down from 300. That's 30% less max ammo in all of my weapons. That's unfortunate. Probably going to throw away the real loot here because I don't have any companionable followers and I'm not super interested in using it. Maybe I should use it for like a room or two more just so that I can say goodbye, loot. Ow. Down and up and down and up and down. Sweet. You need to stay the hell away from me. Huh. Okay. Hell of a lot of bullets almost got me there. I don't know if I really want to hold on to these blanks, though. Because I don't get reset to 2 blanks per floor, but I get increased to 2 blanks per floor. So if I have no blanks when I go down to the next floor, I get 2 more. But if I go down to the floor right now, I get none. I don't really like using this weapon at all. If I get another weapon of, you know, a reasonable tier but kind of garbage quality, I'll do it. Yep, that's a blue tier weapon. I'm gonna throw both of these in the gun muncher. I'm not enthused in keeping either of them, or enthused to keep either of them. Probably don't really care about opening that one. Let's complete the rest of the floor before I throw this away. You have to get so close before it's any damage. This has 60% damage up, and this is still as effective as it is. Like, it's not good. Unless there's something I'm horrifically missing about it. Something blue fire as well. Maybe that's a relevant synergy that it's hinting at. What item in the game does blue fire? None that I can immediately think of. Hate using this weapon. Alright, well. My god, Ryan. Get your head in the game. It's the most damage I've taken early in this entire series so far. Almost assuredly not taking... Oh my god, that predictive shot. Almost assuredly not taking any of the... any of the chests this floor. So let's take chunk number 1. Chunk number 2. As well as pop off to this gun muncher. Throw that in. Limited. Ugh. Limited and blanked. Not good pickups there. Alright. Come on, and... good weapon. Quad laser. So that's going to be really good for bosses, but it's not going to be really good for normal floor fights, unfortunately. I don't want to take the med kit. I really don't want to take the med kit. And quad laser is only going to be even good for certain boss fights, right? If the enemy doesn't follow you, the quad laser's shot fires so slowly that it's going to be a problem. Like, the Beholster is not going to be a great fight for this. We're gonna have a lot of cursed enemies as well, so we do actually need a potent room clear. No! Woo, almost. These bouncing shots are rough. I'm gonna open these. Knife shield, that's another point of curse. Another point of curse, yes, it's 10% damage up, but it's also putting me to the limit where cursed enemies can spawn, cursed bosses, sorry, can spawn. And I'm not into that. Ammo synthesizer is pretty good. Alien sidearm would be okay as a floor clear weapon if, and only if, I had 2 master rounds. But with the 70% damage up, I guess it could also still just be used as a room clear weapon. Come back for that key later. We just roll in the other direction. So I have a lot of blanks for the boss fight. I should be able to... do this correctly. Right, sweet. Hey, wolf. Apparently you can't pat the wolf. Well, I'm flying. I wouldn't be able to know if I could anyway. But the wolf will run around just dealing 5 damage per bite to our enemies for us. And, weirdly, the wolf can also hit targets that are invisible. So that's going to be particularly handy in the Cannon Balrog fight. Woo! Just an absolute wealth of keys here. Let's go to the other item room. So that was a pactive chest. That means that the other chest to this floor is naturally going to be a gun. So we can walk in and read the tier of the chest, and we'll know what tier of gun, which will give us a rough idea, like, oh, we're going to possibly find a room clear weapon, maybe a boss clear weapon from this, things like that. I'm collecting all of that ammo just to do it. I can't leave it on the ground. The resourceful rat will just come and take it. So. I guess I'm just taking it so that I don't get those notes from the resourceful rat. I'm not good at using Bubble Blaster. So it's shoot, 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 and then reload to shoot it at the enemy. Alright, well, this is going to be the first time that I've ever used Bubble Blaster in a boss fight, and I think probably like the second time I've ever used Bubble Blaster, period, so... This is going to be interesting. This at the very least has some range, so I don't have to get so close. Another gun launcher, that's rough. That's the Abbey the True Gun entrance, almost certainly, and it was. Entry from the top of the map. I'm fine using the quad laser here because the Beholster doesn't really do much moving, so I can kind of just line up all of these shots, and then eventually they will hit. Neat. Master round number 1 for us, as well as a new active. Ooh, it's cursed as well. Blank bullets, the best defense. Let's have a quick look at this. Projectile impacts can trigger a short-range blank. Not content to have guns that shoot bullets to kill bullets that shoot guns which fire bullets, these bullets were devised to kill bullets fired from bullets' guns. Bullet. And a speed up as well. Oh, I love me a good speed up. I always want at least 1 speed up per run, so very glad to have gotten that. absolutely certain that we're doing good here. Yeah, I guess we just bounce. Nothing in the store that I wanted to buy. Alright, let's get out of here. So I now have at least 7 curse. I don't know exactly how much curse is attached to blank bullets. It could be 1, it could be 3. Probably not 3. Could be though. I'm gonna go back to my basic weapon. I need something that's accurate in long range, and like none of my other weapons are. Take that blank. Damn it. I mean, we do have the wax wings, so I can kind of just chill. Now, anything that triggers the blank effect, obviously we're going to want. Not anything that triggers the blank effect, sorry. Anything that benefits from a triggered blank effect. So, amulets in particular. We're going to want a bunch of those. A really good amount of money, so that shouldn't be too difficult for us to get. It's just we have to see one of the blank man's shops. That was wrong, right? Yeah, the quad laser still needed more ammo. Whoops. So, now you can see why it's so important to me. Oh my god, metronome. Now you can see why it's so important to me to force weapons in the early game, because if you don't have, like, a good weapon, life gets real tricky. I'm actually just going to be building up extra damage on my base weapon right now. My base weapon now does a ridiculous amount of damage, but it can get even more ridiculous-er with all these metronome increases. I want to change weapons so that I can pick that up in the quad laser, but I also don't want to change weapons so that I don't lose the benefit of my metronome. The wolf is actually killing a lot of these enemies for me, and it's a little bit unfortunate. So that is going to be a weapon in that chest. It's probably not going to be a room clear weapon. Oh, YV Shrine! Oh! Oh, okay. Okay, so YV, first time you pay tribute, costs 10. Then 20. Then 30? Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc., right? Goes on the scale. And it increases your chance to triplicate or quadruplicate a shot that you fire. I am going to make sure that there's nothing, like, absolutely game-breakingly powerful on this lore. And then I'm going to spend absolutely all of my money on that YB Shrine. I am so excited to have a YB Shrine. Haven't seen one in ages. And absolutely adore them. Okay, there's the debt challenge completed. So what kind of thing is more important to me than the YB Shrine? Well, amulets in particular come to mind. HP also actually comes to mind. Got some money from shooting that rat as well. Other strong defensive factors. Robot's left hand, that's really powerful. Ah. I can't, right? If I buy anything there that's cursed and the blank bullets are or if the blank bullets are more than 1 curse, then I would have 10 curse, which means that I would start being followed around by the Lord of the Jammed. That would just kill me, right? I would have an amazing run, but I would definitely die. So that's not good. Okay, I'm definitely doing the YV shrine. How much exactly is this? 126, 126, 126. Okay. 110 is enough to get a couple good charges of this. Pop, pop, pop. 126. That's 4 charges of YB, but I could get 2 more charges, or I could get the robot's left hand. I can find the robot's left hand anytime. Let's do this. This is going to be more special. Using my base weapon to absolutely shred bosses? That's unique. Now that doesn't happen every run. Got him. Absolutely ridiculous. Alien engine, I mean, I can't really take it unless I want to lose all of my damage bonus. And alien engine isn't even that good, so it's not like I'm heavily incentivized to take it anyway. Point of armor, sweet. Spend a key for this point of armor and whatever I possibly got from destroying that chest. I just need to keep my HP up while I do this. Alright. I could easily die trying to do this, but this is a really interesting way to run. And I'd rather do the super interesting thing. Because you don't always get the opportunity to do something like this. When I start to get red triggers on my... when I start to get red triggers on my... Oh my god, this is going to be so good for building this up. When I start to get red triggers on the metronome, that's when we have our max damage activated. I lose all of my damage. All of it if I take Annie. So that's why I am going to be using all of these blanks really, really carefully. When I say carefully, I think what I meant was liberally. Hell yes. Alright, we're basically at max damage now. And it's also worth noting, I don't necessarily ever have to change weapon. Because this has infinite ammo. No, I'm not changing to a shotgun. Oh no! The triplication of the shot actually killed that chest for me, as I was trying to check it for mimicry. It's worth noting that It's worth noting. They do have a higher chance of being a mimic because I'm cursed. I'm also receiving a lot more money from the cursed enemies that I kill. That was just a reflex blank there, but it's okay. My god, Cursula. Okay, so 6th chamber is really interesting, and it would give me a lot of curse, but it also means that for every point of curse that I have, I would get 2 points of coolness. I'm not doing it, obviously. It's a bad idea. But it's an interesting idea, isn't it? Me fighting the 4th floor boss with my base weapon. And relishing the opportunity to do so, mind. Can't even take that. More that. My god. I want passives that increase my damage or fire rate or clip size. It's basically all I really want at this point. Yep. Helix bullets. Ooh, that's gonna make us less accurate, but we shoot 2 bullets that do, I think, 66% of our base damage each. We just got a lot better at crowd control. And I imagine each of these has a chance to trigger our blank effects. It's 50 casings just dropped there. All right. Ooh, jammed. Jammed warmonger here. Oh, hell yes. Jammed warmonger with a base weapon. I mean, you know. Just casually gonna do that one. Oh, yes. That's the Goner. Do I want to transfer my damage bonus to the Goner? No, it's so much more interesting if I just use my base weapon entirely. This is going to be an interesting Dragon fight. I'll tell you that much. Ugh. I have 3 weapons. I have to play super safe until I get there as well. Lest I lose my bonus. And with it, almost certainly the run. Thankfully, I have speed up, I have flight, I have so many bonuses that make us effectively more defensive. Now, especially when I walk into rooms like this and I don't know what enemies have spawned, it's really important that I don't go just, like, running all around the place. Because if I do that, I give the lead enemies a really great way to deal damage to me. I don't even need to get closer than that, thank you. Shouldn't have flown into the middle of the map there. I'm amazed that we kept our damage bonus. I didn't deserve to. Had to remember to stand my ground against that enemy. These bees are actually doing a huge amount of work for us. The bum bullets are... We have to kill a mini boss? It's probably the bombardier. Ooh, that's gonna be a bad time. We don't... No, we do have to. Wait, we might not have to. Hang on. We just need to find the forge. Because then we can go straight for the dragon. It's really important that I enter the dragon fight with my buff still active. Because I don't want to have to kill the dragon with just my quadlet. You are actually kidding me. I could change to another weapon right now. Like, pick up the triple gun and then fire that in the boss fight. But I think it's cooler if I use my base weapon. Let's go. Oh, he's jammed. All right, let's go. My God, this is interesting. I've had so many exciting runs of Gungeon in this new patch. Blanked at exactly the right time, and as a result, killed those bullets. Sorry, the bullets killed those enemies before they even spawned. The knives that were going to be thrown into the walls there. Come on. I am so giddy. It is all I can do to stop my hands from shaking right now. Hell yeah! What a run! My God! Let's go kill the past. What a run to unlock the alternate skin for the starting weapon on as well. The starting weapon has proven itself so perfectly. Oh. Ah. My God. Now, I know that I've recorded this episode, I think, 7 days ahead of time. So I'm just going to spend the entire time desperately waiting for this episode to come out because it is so cool. Oh, it's you. Didn't expect to see you again. Something went wrong during the last test. Something came out of the open. The escape pods are just down the hall. Save yourself. You're good at that. Maybe you can still help him. I don't know. That enemy just looked like it would be McCree. Wow, he actually came. Trying to fight this interdimensional horror. This enemy does have some erratic attack patterns that I don't particularly enjoy. This one's totally fine, though. This is the erratic. I hate it. It curves unpredictably. Like, how are you supposed to dodge that? There's an attack pattern in the second phase of the Lich fight that does the same thing, and I hate that one too. So this is kind of like half Half-Life, half Doom. So I guess that makes it a quarter life. And Doom. It's actually really important to kill all these chumps. They make dodging so much more difficult. So apparently now, unless I'm wrong, I think you take your armor that you had in the run into the past, which I don't know if I like that. I think it makes a lot of the pasts too easy. But I don't know. I guess maybe I'm arguing from a privileged position as someone who had enough experience with this game to now kind of be fine with the pasts. I guess it is. Oh god, I actually have to change weapon here. I guess it's a nice quality of life feature to give yourself an extra chance for the sake of people who are now just going through the past for the first time. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Goodbye, interdimensional horror. Alas, we barely knew you. You really saved the day, cadet. We're all alive because of you. Well, except that guy died out in the hallway. He definitely died. I didn't think you'd have it in you. Well, boy, was I wrong. Think of what would have happened if you hadn't contained them here. You're a hero. And that is our final alternate starting weapon done. Now, I do want to do another rotation of the base characters so that I can actually use their alternate starting weapons. But then after that, I think it's just paradox streaks. Right? Seems to make the most sense to me. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter the Gungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.